Well, hello there, and welcome to day 26. This is kind of most people probably don't realize this. This is kind of a second take of this. I did a stream earlier, was having all kinds of weird problems. The um, keyboard wasn't playing through my iPad, so I wasn't able to let you hear what I was playing, but we got that all straightened out. So I decided since it was working, I just canned the first stream that I did and start anew. So, welcome to day 26. It's always an adventure around here. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Uh, if you're commenting on the replay, there is a link to my mailing list. And if you join that, you'll get updates. I usually send out 1 to 2 emails a week. Usually on Sunday, I'll send out what the schedule is going to be for the upcoming week. If you're new here, I normally practice every day, Sunday through Wednesday. Sunday through Wednesday at, actually Sunday through Thursday. It kind of, Thursdays and Fridays are kind of a toss-up. But generally, 2 o'clock every afternoon Pacific time. On Thursdays and, let's see, Thursdays I usually are, Thursdays I do a 1 o'clock, or I continue at 2. I think it's usually between 1 and 2, kind of depends on my schedule. And the same thing with Friday, I usually do an earlier version. But I do some volunteering on those days in the apartment building I live in. And so it kind of depends on how that schedule works out as to what I do. But I usually have that figured out by Sundays. But anyway, and then Saturday, I do 4 p.m.s in the afternoon. And then Sunday, as I said, normally I'm back at the 11 o'clock. So if you're on my mailing list, you'll get an update of what's going on. So yesterday, we worked on a couple of pieces. We did a couple things. We finished up the song Interstellar from the lesson side of the standpoint. And then we worked on Someone Like You, which is a little more challenging. I mean, it's not that big of a thing, but kind of from a beginner or a relearner, there's some faster rhythms with it and whatnot. So it's been a little challenging. So I've been forcing myself to take it kind of slow with that. And then we went into a song challenge, which was part of the goal for the week. And we did actually the Interstellar again there, day 1 Interstellar Theme, where I played through. Now I did the right hand. The left hand is only one note that repeats, but and as simple as it sounds, when you put the 2 hands together and you're doing all this stuff, it can get a little more complicated. So what I thought I'd do is go back into that song today, try adding in the left hand, and see how we do with that one. So I think we're going to make it short today and go with that. So I'm going to go into the screen share here. Hopefully everything is still working. We're going to go back into Interstellar. And we're going to click over to we're going to do both hands. Like I said, it was pretty much just one note on the left hand. So we're going to kind of just go in here and see where we go. Really? Okay. I'm not. My volume up a little bit. The other thing is this jumps through, which makes it really hard. It's all about hitting keys and not timing, which I'm got the notes right, supposedly. So this is it. Really sounds kind of eerie from the. Timing off. I'm trying to make it more complicated than it was. we're going to go full speed, see what happens there. Okay, what is going on here? I think I need to practice on this one a lot more. Anyway, I think we're going to call it quits here. We did our streak. We got enough time in to kind of keep the streak going. This is definitely one I need to work on. Like I said, it's a simple thing. I played through the left hand or the right hand yesterday with no problem. And the left hand only has one key that you have to hit, but it's got some timing and some other stuff that when you put them together, the brain kind of has to like figure out how to talk to each other. And apparently my brain's having trouble talking to each other today. So anyway, day 26, I wanted to kind of touch base going forward. We're going to be on at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Let's see, Sunday. Yeah, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I'll post a message out on the mailing list on tomorrow, kind of working out the schedule for the rest of the week. Generally Sunday through Wednesday, I'm at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Thursdays and Fridays can kind of switch around. It's usually like 1 or 2. Saturday is 4 o'clock p.m. and Sunday, like I said, we're back to 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Most of the time. Sometimes I have to put it at 11 o'clock if I have plans in the afternoon, but generally speaking, it's usually around 2. Couple things I'm doing is I'm trying to slow down the learning process, waiting for the Airwave to arrive. They're saying that it's going to ship the week of the 12th. I'm hoping maybe something happens. It might ship sooner, but we'll just have to play it by ear because the Airwave is going to change a lot of stuff on how this all works together and I'm going to want to go back through some older lessons at that point in time. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking one day and just kind of doing an overview of my thoughts of the Roli Learn application program, things that I've discovered, just kind of talk through that a little bit, kind of give some insight there. And then one of the other days, I'm going to talk more about some of the back-end software that comes with it. There's a dashboard program that allows you to kind of have some control, do some changes like the colors of the keys and different things like that. So firmware updates are done from there. And then the Roli Studio, which taps into the actual MIDI power of the keyboard and some cool things that you can do with that and kind of show a little bit of what I've played around with and learned so far of how it works and all that stuff. But that's just some thoughts on a couple streams, and that'll probably be happening within the next week. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me on day 26. Be sure to sign up for my mailing list if you're interested. It was on the very first thing, and I don't have a button, which I need to add here to add that onto the screen. And then on my end page, just for fun, I do have a tip jar. So if you want to support what I'm doing and all that stuff, feel free to leave a tip in the jar. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.